Let me give you a history of township government. Rich Township was incorporated by the state of Illinois in 1850. At the time of incorporation, there were 15 people on the poll list, 5 of whom were elected officials. The first supervisor was Eli Taylor, who was 56 years old at the time. He and his wife were born in South Carolina in 1794. He lived part of his life in Tennessee and appears to have been the only person born south of the Mason-Dixon line among those first settlers. The first clerk was Jacob Reel, 23 years old, who was born in the Alsace-Lorraine region of Western Europe. Walter Goodnow was elected assessor at 24 years old and was a farmer born in New York. His wife was from Ohio. Goodnow Road was named for his nephew, along with the beautiful Goodnow Grove. The history of Rich Township centers around the major east-west road of Sauk Trail, which was an Indian path. The first settler in the area was Adam Brown, who settled where Sauk Trail intersects Vincennes Trail in the early 1830s. Mr. and Mrs. James McCoy had a tavern on Sauk Trail, and they had a great relationship with local residents, but also the Indian tribes in the area. Sauk Trail became important before the Civil War because Sauk Trail acted as a branch of the Underground Railroad. Mr. McCoy would hide runaway slaves in his cellar. A man named Batchelor, whose son was one of the first township officials, did the same. Slaves seeking freedom were routinely hidden under loads of hay and taken to nearby Dyer, Indiana, by way of Sauk Trail. Madison and Richton were among the first settlements in the region, as was Kankakee. In the northern part of Rich Township, Homewood had settlers as early as 1834. James Hart founded Hartford, which later became Homewood. German immigrants settled in an area near 183rd Street, which is now Country Club Hills. The immigrants founded a church at Cooper's Grove, which was named St. John's. Famous tower you can see off of 183rd Street was St. John's Church. Jacob Rich was one of the earliest settlers there. When Matheson was surveyed, it was done by Jacob Rich from Joliet. Joel Aldrich Matheson was a major landowner and speculator in the area. He would later become the 10th governor of the state of Illinois. Though confusing to some, Matheson is pronounced with 3 syllables, not 2. Clearly, as is common, Richton Park was named after Jacob Rich.